Hello, everyone. My name's Gilzaron, and welcome to this sad day. Sad day for the whole of Europe. Um, we we have something that is really, really disastrous for a whole of the European Union, the whole of Europe, and that is what has happened in the UK. The UK has voted to leave the European Union, leave the biggest market, the biggest political system that has ever existed, the biggest single democracy. And for what? For the um, sovereignty. Mind-bogglingly stupid thing to the polls. The votes are in, and it's basically, what is it? Less than no, it's a little more than 2,000 votes between. No, 200,000 votes between. I don't think that the the British public actually has thought this through, because no one in their right mind would give up what this union has given them. I just can't see what benefits this would ever have to anyone. If you ask me, this is the most disastrous vote that has ever happened in the history of the world, basically. Nothing can ever trump this disaster, this impending disaster. We have the whole European project doesn't hang in balance with this, hopefully, but it does raise questions. And if you ask me, we can't just. No, I hope that no more elections like these are ever held in any member state. This is a disaster, and if we let the European project fail, the project of a united Europe, under one banner, then we must ask ourselves, what the fuck was all this for? All these negotiations, all these years, all these people that has tried to make the European Union great, make Europe great. We're the largest economy, and now a big part of it, the third biggest economy in, or was it the biggest? One of the three big economies, or big parts of the union has just upped and left, or will leave. Article 50 will be invoked in this autumn, so until then, it's gonna be a hell of a lot of talk forwards and backwards, and I just can't really fathom the whole debacle that this is going to create. The whole, and now we have this. There has to be a second vote for Scottish independence, because this has changed everything. Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland all of those three will have to have their own referendums if they want to leave the United Kingdom. If we don't, if this is this, I just can't fathom the disaster that's about to happen. The British economy has tanked. The British pound is so worthless now that it's not even funny. It's the lowest it's been in 30 years. It's as Thunderfoot once said. It is as Thunderfoot said that why the fuck did we join the union? The whole look, almost everyone in the it's Scotland has a very different mindset when it comes to the European Union, and I just can't see how the Scots can't ask for a second referendum. And they have to leave. They have to leave the United Kingdom. There's it's nothing they can do to not leave. I just can't see this ending well for anyone. Because now the Scots have to leave the United Kingdom. They can't survive if they don't. Because it's upsetting. Very upsetting. You have to ask me. I just can't fathom what has happened, really. Let's talk about what it means for Sweden. Not really much, except that we have lost our biggest ally in the Parliament, the European Parliament. Of course, Swedes are generally more acceptant of EU policies, but that's probably part of the Swedish mentality to always like the authorities of anything. It's during the coming 2 years that these negotiations will take. After 2 years, then it's goodbye Britain, goodbye the UK, and we have to really figure out what relation the European Union or the Union of the European nations should have with United Kingdom. Anything else would be disastrous. I hope that if you ask me, I would make an example of the United Kingdom. I would fuck them over so hard that they can't stand again. That is what I want. If the English don't want the English don't want their wants to be in the big boys club, so to say, and they can go fuck themselves. I'm sorry, but that's the way I see it. They should pay for what they've done. They should pay for the instability they've caused. But my glasses are a bit wonky. They are not as it used to be. But I'm going to buy a pair of new ones later this month. Monday I'm going to order the new glasses, so that'll be grand. Anyway, If you ask me, this is gonna end well for anyone. I hope to Satan almost. I hope that someone will really make an example of the of Britain, because we can't have this. We just can't have this. Kill them, I say. Not kill them like in basically go shoot them, but I mean kill their economy. That's the only way forward. Is that as it stands now? We can't have more member states leaving. Embargo. But I don't know. That's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen. I think that this is a vote that should never have been done. Should never have happened. I just when it's as what Dawkins said. Christopher, I almost say Christopher. Richard Dawkins said that this shouldn't have been put to a vote by the populace. The populace are ignorant. They're always ignorant. The people just don't understand what they are what all this is about, really. The sovereignty of a nation. Fuck you so hard. You don't give a. No one gives a fuck about sovereignty, really. What this is about is preventing a global disaster. The EU cannot be, should not be dismantled. But now we have lost a big part of it. And we have to look forward to what may come, which is war. I can't see the instability that this will cause the European Union will mean that third parties, unnamed third parties, are going to have a greater chance of basically conquering Europe. If the European Union fails, then we're up to member states. Not member states, we're up to individual countries, which cannot defend themselves, really. And that's what people forget. Okay, I know that lots of Brexiters are were very what should I say? Were very skeptical of the European army. But if you ask them what has the European army ever done that's so disastrous? I can't tell you. They couldn't tell you. I mean, the European we have had a unified European military staff since 1999, basically, or 2001 if you are when it was the first a formal institution under the EEAS, a European External Service, external. What's it called? EEAS. External Action Service, European External Action Service. We just I'm well, go fuck yourself, Brits. Go fuck yourselves. Or rather, go fuck yourself, the English, because it seems that if you look at the map here, the English are the ones that want to leave most. Well, this sucks. I I have two sisters in I have two sisters that work in England, and this will mean that they will lose their rights. They cannot be evicted because of international law that states that you can't really throw anyone out when they've been residents of a place a certain amount of time. Uh, as long as they own the place, basically they bought the place, you can't really throw them out. But they don't have any rights. They will lose all their rights, the rights that they have had. And I don't see I can't see the Europe or the United Kingdom surviving this, because they will lose en masse. People will leave in the coming 2 years. People will en masse leave the United Kingdom because there's nothing there. And if you say that, well, why can't the United Kingdom become like the Norway? Well, and only half an hour that way is Norway. I can tell you don't want to be Norway. Of course, they have high salaries and all of that, but have you seen their shops? Bloody hell, man! You can't. Everything's so bloody expensive. You can hear my father bang with this hammer, hammering away downstairs. Anyway, and I hope I hope that this ends well, but it will not end well. Scotland will have to leave, probably Wales and Northern Ireland. All of those three will leave the Union, the United Kingdom, and we will have England standing alone again. This is a disaster for everyone involved. I just can't see this ending well. Perhaps this is for the better, because now we can basically once again build our bloody nation again, or the Union, make it stronger, because we don't have to deal with a bloody Brits. The Brits can go screw themselves. Basically, 2 fingers up. This is no more. This picture is no more. I haven't seen so many shocked people on television as I've seen today, or on the feeds from the European Union press thingy. This is not gonna end well. Hopefully we can. Hopefully Britain will not survive this. Mark my words, Britain will die because of this, and we will see. We see Europe basically straggling on and expanding into Ukraine, and Turkey will not join. Trust me, they will not join the European Union anytime soon, because there are some things that just doesn't happen. And then we will have basically Georgia, and then when we got Georgia, I think that we will finally be able to clamp down and say that no one can leave again. No one can leave. And then we can build this Europe that needs to happen. Strong Europe. I can't see Europe surviving any other way than it's in being united. Norway will probably want to join some in a few years, hopefully. Iceland wants to join it too, if I remember correctly. And yeah. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but that's what we always do in these videos. Ramble, ramble, ramble. If we are going to talk about the future now, the far future, what will this mean for the Union? The European Union? Who knows? I hope that we can basically go forward and go forward the way we've done, closer integration and have a strong Europe without the UK, because the UK is now lost cause. The UK will not stand again, ever, unless they decide to join again, which is not gonna happen. I'm sorry. They will not be let in again, because the European institutions or the European other member states will say you've done your thing. The English will have to stand on their own now, and it's not going to work. The European project will survive, must survive. Where was I? Yes, we were talking about the military staff, the military, European military, a few minutes ago, I think. Probably, yeah, a few minutes ago. It's almost 30 hours. 30 minutes I've been talking. A few minutes ago, and I think that many Brits just don't understand what the fuck the European project really was about. The Union really a strange thing. It's the most complex political organization ever created. It's not the most efficient, but it's a hell of a lot more efficient than nation states arguing and trying to come up with new trade deals. Is a hell of a lot less bureaucratic than being a part of the European Union. Trust me, it is. The red tape goes miles and miles away. I think that the biggest problem that the Brits have is that they just never ever really wanted to understand the European Union. They couldn't even name their own commissioner. What the bloody hell? To Swede like me, I just like, what? You can't name your own bloody commissioner? Are you bloody mad? Of course you should be able to name your own commissioner, because I know mine. It's Cecilia Malmström. Everybody knows that. I think it was Cecilia Malmström. Yes, it's Cecilia Malmström. See? Right, I was right, because this common knowledge. If you should know anything about politics, you should know who the fuck people that are in charge of certain things are. I mean, you should know who your commissioner in the European Union is. I don't know, man. This is I just can't really see this ending well for anyone. I mean, if you really, if I think that many Brits just didn't really understand the European Union, what it really is, what it represents. It represents security for a lot of people, especially because the European states are weak individually, but together we form a superbloc. We outclassed the United States. And again, as one comment I read on Google Plus said, he was glad that the Brits left because he saw the Brits as the Trojan horse for Americans, American imperialism. So, or not imperialism, but basically it was. He didn't like the Americans, the American British relationship. I can actually understand that because it doesn't mean worrying me too. We need a stronger Europe that's independent, but can't see that now. Well, I can see that perhaps more now, but I just can't really fathom the. I just can't fathom what has happened. It's really, really bad. United Kingdom. I would say that the United Kingdom will be a backwards state once again of, and no one will give a fuck about them. They will be like Britain was before entering the European Union. When did history of the European Union? Let's see here. Oh. 1975. 1975. Yes. And this demographic here has changed. I'm almost backwards. I wonder why. Thatcher and Harold Wilson. There we go. 51.89%. You can see the demographic. Remain. Basically, this is 100%. This is almost inverse of what it was before. I mean, look at this. Northern Ireland, Wales, sort of. England has wanted to leave. I can't really see Scotland wanting to remain in the UK after this. It saddens me because I have two sisters working in London or the London area, and this couldn't have been more disastrous. Well, fuck you, Britain. Fuck you. Fuck you, everyone. Fuck you, Brexiters. I want to say that I hope that this ends well for at least Scotland. Even if England goes to crap now, I hope that Scotland leaves the United Kingdom and sets up becomes a member state in the Union. For the first time, I actually like the idea of a Scottish independence. And goodbye, Cameron. You've been a good leader, even if you know. Everyone in the world is gonna go to hell. Anyway, enough rambling. I've been rambling for 31 minutes again. I haven't even said anything remotely looking like an argument. So, goodbye.